This is Eureka John with Eureka Street Crypto Hub, broadcasting live from Leander, Texas, and it is August 27th, 2021. Yes, sirree, Bob. It's pretty much over with August, and it went pretty fast. And this is my video blog. If this is your first time on, you'll know that I generally just kind of ramble about crypto stuff. And I do this every single morning, and it's part of my discipline to do this every single day to learn something about crypto and to try to be able to talk about it. And it challenges me to learn something new every single day, whether it be through a podcast, reading some articles, or a little of both, and whatever. And yeah, this is just me tracking my progress, and I've been doing this since October 24th, 2020. So yeah, I'm 248 episodes in, and yeah, it's coming up on a year, I guess. When I started out, I didn't do it every single morning, and then starting February 6th, I started doing it every single morning. So anyway, yeah, that's that. It's not financial advice. I'm not your advisor or your teacher even. I'm just kind of going through some of this stuff, and I may be right about some things, and I may be wrong, and yeah, whatever. It changes. We're all beginners in this space, and that's part of what I love about it. We're all just kind of testing things out, seeing how it goes, and even the professionals, up at the top of the game, they're still trying to figure it out themselves. So this is uncharted territory, the crypto space, and the amount of adoption. People say, "Oh, it's too late. Bitcoin's already at 47,000." It doesn't matter. We are early. So just keep that in mind. The percentage of people that use and buy crypto, versus regular fiat money, and then the percentage of people that actually do something with it and trade it or use it on top of that. And then within that, the percentage of people that use other coins besides Bitcoin and Ethereum and that do stuff on DeFi platforms, and then this minute percentage of that does stuff on layer 2 platforms for DeFi and to yield farms. So yeah, you are super, super early. And just keep that in mind when you're doing a lot of this stuff. And there is a lot of money to be made, and the technology is blooming. I like to try to make money in it and trade. I don't really trade. I dollar cost average because I believe in the technology, but I do believe in the technology. I believe in Web 3.0 technology. I believe in blockchain 3.0 technology. I believe in this fourth industrial revolution that's happening, and this is the way it's going. This is the new internet. And this is, if we were to be able to tokenize TCP/IP, www dot whatever back in the day and own a piece of that internet, this is what that is, and they thought the internet was a fad in the 90s. So anyway, so yeah, and the .com was a bubble, yeah, but there was a lot of good stuff that came out of it, and a lot of large industry that came out of it, including the entire e-commerce world as we know it, including Silicon Valley came out of the .com bubble burst. Yeah, so sure, pets.com isn't around anymore, but or it is now, but the original one. And but yeah, we birthed the behemoths of Google and Amazon and many others, so, and eBay. All right, so that being said, let's take a look at some of the crypto lineup for today. Bitcoin's at $47,318.36. It is doing, it's actually staying pretty level. So things do that in the crypto world. They will pop up for a little bit and then they will level out. And so Ethereum is kind of running along the same vein. Everything's pretty stable right now. Cardano is up 14% in the past 7 days, $2.61. Binance Coin 478.75. Tether is $1. It's a stable coin. XRP $1.10. The Doge 27 cents. And USD also a stable coin. So stable coins are pegged to $1, so they'll always be $1.99 or $1.01 or something like that. Polkadot 24.72. Solana in the top 10 now at up 23.2% in the past 24 hours. And Uniswap 26.16, Binance stablecoin. Terra Luna has also been doing very well. I've been hearing a lot about Terra Luna in the news. It's an entire platform built using its own stablecoin system. There's DeFi on it. It's originated in Korea, so it's very popular over in the Asian side of the world, in the Eastern Hemisphere. So we don't hear a ton about it over here on this side of the world, but I don't think that will be for long. We'll start hearing more and more about Terra. Bitcoin Cash 609.19, Litecoin 168.74, Chainlink 24.66, a little tiny dip. It does that. Polygon $1.41, remaining stable. And what else do we have down here? We have Theta 663. I see good things coming for Theta. It just takes time. They have 5 patents now, I believe. So yeah, brand new technology. So yeah, there's stuff on the horizon for Theta for sure. Monero 303.10. I'm going to start taking some of my minings and buying Monero with it. And let's see here, Aave 356.62. The Graph 88 cents. And let's see here. I'll take a look at this Clayton at some point. I'm going to listen to a podcast about Clayton on the way down to work today. I've been seeing it around, and it kind of popped up into the top 50 out of nowhere a while back. Let's see here. Quant Network has been doing amazingly, 188.31, and we'll see where that goes. I have a good little handbag of Quant, and I'm not selling it anytime soon. Hedera Hashgraph, 24 cents. It hasn't done a whole lot. I do have some of that. And then Helium, 21.20. That's the subject of today's. I did get a video on Helium yesterday, and the thing is, the stream was so choppy yesterday that it was basically unusable. So I did not upload it. So I'm sorry if anybody's listening again today live. That was yeah, hearing about Helium yesterday. If you even stayed on that stream, because stream quality was so bad. So I hope to redeem that today for the Helium token and take a look at here. $21.16. It has a total supply of 223 million. So relatively speaking, with a lot of other cryptocurrencies, this is very low supply. Market cap of 2 billion. It's gone up by 200 million. It looks like in the past 24 hours. It's insane. I believe it was like 1.8 billion yesterday, if I remember correctly. I don't know, but in the value was $20, low 20s. So it's gone up by $1. And 24-hour low 1957. So yeah, so interesting that we started off on price like that. Let's go to their homepage and take a quick look. You see, I look at all types of cryptocurrency projects. You know, I look at NFT stuff. I look at AI. You know, I look at layer 2 Ethereum solutions. I look at some Bitcoin-based systems, DeFi, and then now this is a hardware project, an infrastructure and hardware project. So, this is a different way to approach the cryptocurrency world. Is I don't think it's helium.com, is it? Oh, maybe it is. All right, they got helium.com. Wow, I wonder how expensive that URL was to acquire. You know, what's up, Effects Chen? How you doing? So yeah, helium.com. And so yes, I will look at that. This is a hardware infrastructure oriented project. See, there's a lot of stuff going on in the cryptocurrency world. It's not just about Bitcoin. It's not just about trading and speculation. It is about bringing about the infrastructure for Web 3.0. And included in that Web 3.0 infrastructure is hardware and plumbing. Chainlink is basically the plumbing. You know, you have projects like Noya Network, which is doing broadband services, you know, that are a lot faster, that eliminate traffic bottlenecks. You have Theta Network that does decentralized streaming platforms. And so there's a lot of stuff going on with the infrastructure of Web 3.0. If you don't know what I'm talking about Web 3.0, basically Web 1.0 is your old 90s static page where you have, Moxie's pet service, and you want to post one informational static page with maybe a couple links to another page with a couple photos, and then some rates. Nothing dynamic. Web 2.0 is whenever you were able to connect to a server on the back end and be able to retrieve information dynamically. In layman's terms, think about like Facebook. You get to create your own user content. You upload some photos, you edit some text in there, and you get to create your own Facebook page. Or eBay as well. You get to create your own auction for an item that you upload and that you add to the server. So it's dynamic content back and forth exchange with the server. That is Web 2.0. Now, Web 3.0 is whenever you get to connect your cryptocurrency wallet to the web page, and that is called a DApp, a decentralized application, and that DApp connects to the blockchain. So Web 3.0 is anything that is connected to the blockchain, basically. And so there's a lot of stuff going on around that, and there's a lot of dApps, DeFi tools. There's NFTs and NFT auction sites. There's a ton of stuff, and then there's the hardware surrounding it, and the plumbing and the infrastructure that needs to completely decentralize a lot of things in our world that are centralized. And some things are using AI as well, like Fetch.ai. This network here reminds me of Fetch.ai, and I'll tell you why here in a second. So here it is. People-powered networks start a wireless revolution. Powered by the Helium blockchain, the People's Network represents a paradigm shift for decentralized wireless technology. A lot of stuff is going decentralized. And even in websites, a lot of people are turning away from the traditional centralized servers, and they're using IPFS as an interplanetary file system, in which there is no centralized server. And people offer their computers as nodes, informational nodes, and they store bits and pieces of a bunch of different type of files on there, and it all gets put together. So nothing is really stored anywhere, it's stored everywhere. Anyway, so the network is live. The People's Network is the fastest growing wireless network ever. And you get to mine that. You get, by employing a simple device in your home or office, you can provide your city with miles of low power network coverage for billions of devices. Earn a new cryptocurrency, the HNT token, which is this one right here, 2116. So let's go back to that page. And okay, so bye-bye GPU mining. Mining HNT with hotspots is done via radio technology, not expensive or wasteful GPUs. I do have 2 GPUs on this computer, and I'm mining Ravencoin right now with it. Previously, I mined Ethereum with it, but I'm finding Ravencoin to be quicker, faster, and more profitable right now at the moment. Hotspots work together to form a new global wireless network and undertake proof of coverage. And then choose your hardware. Hotspots are built by a variety of vendors to suit their needs. So there's no one centralized Helium Network company that's building this equipment, although there is a Helium Network company. So use massive decentralized connectivity. Hundreds of companies and thousands of developers are already building on the People's Network, the world's largest and fastest growing LoRaWAN network. Thousands of existing solutions, sensors, devices, and gateways can be easily configured to run LongFi, a powerful blend of LoRaWAN and blockchain technologies. So it takes the best of long-range Wi-Fi and blockchain technology and combines them. So you can download the console and get started on that. It's open source. The People's Network is built on open source technology and governed by an open alliance. And there's no cell contracts. And so LoRaWAN is not Wi-Fi as you know it. It's not something that you're going to connect your home Wi-Fi to and stuff like that. You're not going to be able to mine. Well, you do mine using that, but let me show you a little something here. It's the FAQ. I always go to the FAQs. Well, kind of a lot. It depends. A lot of people approach websites differently. I approach websites by looking at a lot of the FAQs first, and then I go back and I kind of read about it. Because then, yeah, I don't know, just common questions that people have when they're answered first, then I kind of know what to look for. So, does this replace the Wi-Fi in my house? And it says, no, the Helium network creates a long-fi radio signal that routes packets from low-power devices in your area that use LoRaWAN and have been deployed to the Helium network. Typically, these are devices such as GPS trackers, environmental sensors, weather meters, etc. that need only to transmit and share small bits of information. The hotspot, you're using your internet via Wi-Fi or Ethernet to deliver data packets sent by devices. So it uses your Wi-Fi, but it doesn't act as a Wi-Fi. It does not replace internet or cellular services for regular devices like computers and smartphones. And so you cannot connect your phone and computer. It's only LoRaWAN devices. So what is a LoRaWAN device? Anything that sends data via LoRaWAN, and this means everything from asset trackers to soil sensors in farms to tracking the water level of bottles and water cooler. So it's a different type of wireless network, and Fetch.ai kind of uses, I don't know if it uses LoRaWAN technology, but it has like a similar concept in which it uses AI, but it has these artificial and autonomous economic agents and AEA, and it has all these little spots everywhere. It has software you can download on your phone, and you can also connect to the hardware transmitters located in things like parking garages to measure the amount of spaces left in the parking spot and stuff like that. And you can basically what Fetch AI does, it uses AI to optimize your human behaviors and movements, so you don't need any third-party intermediary and or like hotels.com and stuff like that. It'll automatically have your route and everything planned out for you in advance using all these autonomous economic agents all over the world that provide small bits and pieces of data. And Helium is trying to do this using hardware. Fetch.ai sounds like a scam, and yes, I did. It came out last year, I guess around this time last year, and I thought so originally at the outset. But I have been seeing more and more people talk about it, and including the Starkware CEO in an interview that I listened to last week. And I just hearing people pop up and talk about it here and there as well. And I was just like, okay, I'll finally take a look at this because I kind of blew it off, to be honest. So I've come back and explored it, and I'm looking at some of this documentation, and it actually doesn't sound bad. And here's some of the uses: the parking lot sensor that you can buy from Bosch, and Bosch is a really large company creating these type of devices that are compatible with the Helium network. Abbey geolocation module, multi-technology fused location LP-WAN module designed as the ideal platform to develop a wide range of IoT tracking solutions, minimizing the total cost of ownership of IoT geolocation use cases. So yeah, sensors are accelerometer, GPS, and temperature sensors. And then here's an Edunis field test device. Is a great tool for network testing, allows you to rapidly test network coverage at specific geolocations. So all this stuff is becoming Helium compatible. And so yeah, you're absolutely right, Affection. I thought that this sounded kind of like a scam at first, when it first came out. And you're just like, oh, great, another one of these, and, we're going to create a network effect, type of thing, and get everybody, to buy the same hardware, and then, total multi-level marketing. And then, but I do see more and more people talking about it, and when I see the people like the CEO of Starkware talking about it, then that makes me take notice. And Starkware is also working a lot with Chainlink, and I could see Chainlink connecting and using the data from devices like this to funnel and gather data from the real world to the blockchain. Fetch.ai says this will leak personal privacy. That might be the case. That would be something definitely to look into. But I did read a little bit about the security on there. And, of course, everybody claims to be the most high secure and stuff. So I cannot attest for that yet. But I am digging further into that. And I'd be interested to see that. But here is Austin right here. And these are the hives that are covered. And each of these hives has different Helium devices in them. And I've gone all over the United States, and they are pretty much everywhere in every single major urban location. And this is one hive network right here. This is all the little proof of coverage tests that have occurred and the data transmission packets, back and forth. And they earn the H&T token through every single data packet transmission and proof of coverage challenge and test. So these challenges are made in order to make sure that the hotspot is doing what it says it's doing, which is remaining on and transmitting in the proper information. So let's go scroll out here. Let me get out of this and go to some more information. Good morning, Rebecca Foti Rebecca. Nice to see you on here. It's been a minute. So yeah, today I'm looking at Helium Network. As Fetch.ai has expressed, there's been some dubious, I guess, reservation about something like this. So which is exactly why I'm taking a look at it. So let me scroll back out to the blockchain explorer and stuff like that, and the network picture. You can see a little better what I'm talking about here. My neighborhood, even, I noticed just a couple streets away from me, there was two other hotspots, and one guy's earning 38 NT tokens per month. And when you add that up, the current price is somewhere around or let's see here, so $21. So let's just roughly say 21 times 38. It's a little more than 21, and it's a little more than 38. But either way, about roughly around $800 per month. Doing these things and keeping this network secure for all these IoT devices. And I mean, we have 5G coming in, and LoRaWAN is here, and these are all established technologies that are making headway and grounds into the mainstream population now. And the only thing missing from these is the hardware needed to connect all these devices together. And here's downtown Austin right here. And in downtown Austin, there are 28 of these hardware devices right transmitting information. If I can get my... Yeah, that's the thing about these geolocation maps, is they're really slow on the computer if you don't have a real fast computer connection. So, but yeah, there's a lot of these everywhere in every single major city. Let's go to their website here, and so that's basically the Austin area. And, San Antonio's down here, and you can see there's quite a slew of them. All right, so let's go back to the FAQ. What proof of coverage? A challenge requires a small group of hotspots to prove they are in the location that they say they are. If they truly are there and online within radio distance of each other, they can hear the call and respond as a witness to validate their position. And then there's a deeper breakdown. What if I'm in a rural area and I'm the only hotspot in the area? Can I still earn rewards? Hotspots earned by providing and validating network coverage provided by other hotspots. This includes sending a challenge over the internet or validating coverage of other hotspots within range. Can I have more than one hotspot? Yeah, if hotspots are too close, they will not be eligible to witness as each other as part of proof of coverage challenge and may compete with each other for challenges. The overall participation in proof of coverage would be impacted also. And there's no hard cap on the limited number of hotspots per city. If you look at New York, you can see that there's a ton of them there. And let's see here, LoRaWAN on Helium. And then there's the introduction. I don't feel like going into all that right now. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff. And the thing is if this is indeed a scam, there's a lot of third-party manufacturers making hardware like this for scam. I don't know. So this is the Bobcat. It's one of these devices. And there's about, I guess, 8 different companies making similar devices to this. And they range from $429 up to the high 600s, low 700s. And this one here, let's see here. And you can connect it on your window or outside the house or whatever. There's internal and external ones. This one's $429. And so, yeah, you buy with ERC20 tokens or USDC. And let me go back to the list of hardware over here. So, let's see. So, and this is the mining hardware. Let me scroll down. And it's got all these logos: CoinDesk, Fast Company, Forbes, Time, Decrypt, Fortune. I mean, all these people are it's supposedly endorsing it, but a lot of people will just slap logos on a website and say that. So I don't take my word for that. All right, so bye GPU mining. Learn more. Okay, so we will learn more about mining here. And I did learn a little bit about downloading the console and using this, but I'm not so it says the People's Network, but I can't use this type of network, and I have no use for this type of network because I'm not chopping data and analyzing data. but I guess the people's network, and that they're monitoring everything you're doing. A new kind of crypto miner. Mining HNT is done by installing a simple device in your office window. That's it. Seriously. Hotspot provide miles of wireless network coverage for millions of devices around you using Helium LongFi, and you're rewarded in HNT for doing this. And because of an innovative proof of work model, we call it proof of coverage, your hotspot only uses 5 watts of energy. There's the network map. Here's all the manufacturers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different manufacturers. One of them creates the 5G devices. Yeah, so this is over 20,000 helium hotspots have been sold to 2,000 plus cities. It was the first HNT miner to develop a friendly aesthetic and simple user interface. So these are all the different manufacturers. Some are denominated in dollars, some are in Japanese yen, some are in euros, some are in the yuan, the Chinese yuan. There's a Coin Bureau, not Guy from Coin Bureau, but coinbureau.com does a really good review on it as well. Let's see here. The Helium Network is a long-range wireless network that is both distributed and global, providing coverage for IoT devices that are LoRaWAN enabled. The network is comprised of hotspots that provide the public network coverage and in return are compensated with Helium's native cryptocurrency HNT. The network is also integrated with Helium blockchain in order to provide the incentive for running hotspots. LoRaWAN is a point-to-point point-to-multipoint networking protocol that uses Semtech's LoRa modulation scheme, whatever that is. It's not just about radio waves, it's about how the radio waves communicate with LoRaWAN gateways to do things like encryption and identification. It also includes a cloud component, which multiple gateways connect to. The Helium blockchain uses a consensus algorithm dubbed Proof of Coverage. The mainnet for the blockchain was launched on July 29th, 2019. Yeah, and since then it has grown considerably, particularly in North America and Western Europe. The Helium blockchain is behind the largest LoRaWAN network in the world and provides hotspot incentives in the form of HNT payments. And then there's the proof of coverage, is a new algorithm that was created for Helium in Boston. It's pretty predominant. And then why proof of coverage? The success of Helium network is dependent on it being able to provide wireless network coverage for connected devices using the network. This required a work algorithm that was specifically created to fulfill that use case. With proof of coverage, Helium network and blockchain are able to take advantage of the unique properties provided by radio frequency to provide proofs which are meaningful for the network and those using the network. In particular, proof of coverage relies on 3 characteristics. RF has limited physical propagation and therefore distance. The strength of a received RF signal is inversely proportional to the square of the distance from a transmitter, and RF travels at the speed of light with effectively no latency. Through these properties, the blockchain is always using the POC challenge mechanism to interrogate hotspots regarding their location and coverage. This allows the Helium network to constantly use the data generated to definitively verify the exact wireless coverage that's provided by the network's hotspots. So there's the challenges that I was telling you about that make sure that it is there and active and sending correct information. There's the Byzantine fault tolerance. It uses Honey Badger Byzantine fault tolerance system. And I've covered BFT, Byzantine fault tolerance, before on previous episodes. It's just a mechanism to make sure that a network continues to work even when there are bad actors present. And it's an entire way of preventing 51% and Sybil attacks, which is when 51% attacks are when bad actors take over more than 51% of the network and are able to manipulate it. So there's some security right there. Privacy, I don't know. I'll have to look into that. How to earn HNT tokens. It talks about the mining and using the devices. And there's different ways. There's the challengers. They earn 0.95% of it, the rewards. Proof of coverage, 5.31. Witnesses, it's another task. Hotspots that monitor and report proof of coverage activity of other hotspots receive a portion of HNT depending on how much activity they witnessed. And the reward scaling of the challengee. So I guess that includes time time on. Network data transfer is distributed to hotspots that transfer data from devices on the network. They earn 32.5% of the rewards. And then the consensus group. Hotspots are randomly elected to the consensus group to perform tasks including validating transactions and publishing new blocks to the blockchain. So they randomly select these hotspots to be consensus validators, basically, for the blockchain. So the Helium hotspot is a physical device that is used for mining and broadcasting on the Helium network. Anyone who wishes to participate in the network by running a hotspot needs to purchase one from a third-party manufacturer. And as I showed you, there was quite a handful of these manufacturers already, and then those aren't even the only ones. So you have to have basically the between $400 and $700 to throw down on a device, and then once you do, from what I've seen, from the return on these, it'll take you maybe a month or two to pay back this return on an investment. I think so. I don't know if it does indeed work the way it says it does. So there's different ways to maximize your earnings. And then here's Amir Halim. He's the founder. Founded in 2013 by Sean Fanning, Amir Halim, and Sean Carey with a mission to make it easier to build connected devices. Of the three, only Amir remains with Helium, serving the position of CEO. He worked previously as the CTO of video game startup Diversion. And let's see here, where were we at on time? Okay, so I'm pretty much over time. I got to go. But here's a lot more of the tokenomics, and there's the mint and burn devices. I have not seen a whole lot about the effect on privacy with this. So this is a good question, Effect Chen, but this also begs the question of a lot of these IoT devices, including Fetch.ai and stuff like that, is how does this affect your personal privacy? Do you really want something that is consistently handing out data? Maybe not necessarily your personal data, but just data around you at all times. And what will this be connecting to and stuff like that? So these are all very valid questions. But anyway, overall though, for a profit potential, I mean this is could possibly be a good money-making opportunity. So while the roughly $400 investment is out of the reach of many, it is well within the reach of enough to see continued growth from the network, particularly if the value of HNT remains elevated. Then there's a halving coming up if it hasn't already happened. So that should be interesting to see. So yeah, anyway, it's a rapidly growing network, and we'll see how it goes. And I'll let you look into it further and make up your own mind about it. I just think it's interesting, and like I said, I cover NFT projects, DeFi projects, all the fun little happy stuff, but I also cover the plumbing and infrastructure and the hardware too, and that includes stuff like this. So all right, so thanks for jumping on, and haven't seen Effect Chen for a little bit, and Rebecca Fody Rebecca, I haven't seen you in a while either. You're kind of a Eureka Street Crypto Hub OG. You've been around for a while, and you popped on when I first started doing. Hey Randy, how's it going? You've first started doing when I first started doing these shows, like maybe back in episode 1 and 2 and stuff like that. I remember. So yeah, I ain't forgotten. So thanks for watching, and sorry Randy if this is repeated information for you, but yesterday the stream was so bad I just could not upload it. So I will upload this one today. It seems to be of better quality. And I'm off to work, and then tomorrow we'll talk about some more other fun stuff. I've locked up the queue here with stuff I need to talk about. It's piling up. All right. Oh, all right. Well, I'll see you then.